Hello guys, welcome to part 5 of SOLIDWORKS Basics, and today we're going to talk about the shell feature and the mirror feature. They're pretty easy, so let's get started. So first, as always, we're going to select our plane, and then I'm just going to do an extruded sketch. So we're just going to make this slab over here. Okay. So once you've created your slab, I'm going to make it pretty thick so we can actually see the shell feature. Now, select a plane that you want to work on, right? So it can be over here, it can be over here. I'm just going to select the front. Now click on the shell feature. It's going to be over here on top, shell. And now you can click on the surface where you want the shell to be. So what is a shell? A shell is going to create an indent or a cut in your slab or in your figure. It's basically like an extruded cut but with less actions. So once you click on your surface and you select how you want the thickness to be, so this is the thickness from all of the sides, so it's from the back side, from the top side, from this side, it's all going to be the same. Then you click OK, and there we go, we have a cut. See? And it's going to have an even thickness on all sides. Oops. All right, and that's literally it. So this is just a much faster way to create an extruded cut than the extruded cut itself. Okay, so now let's talk about the mirror. This one is a little bit more complicated, but again, nothing that you can't do. So let's say I want to have a feature somewhere over here. So I'm gonna select my plane, and as always, I'm just gonna do a circular cut for demonstration purposes, okay? So I have my cut. Let me actually cut it actually. Okay. So now in order to use the mirror feature, I need to create a plane along which the mirror is going to happen. So if I want this circle to go to this side, I need an axis over here. If I want it to go to the top, I need an axis like this, okay? So let's say I want it to be reflected over here. So I'm going to create a plane over which I'm going to mirror. So I want to select a plane that is in the same orientation as the plane that I want. So in this case, it's the right plane since I want it to be reflected like this. And I'm gonna create a new plane that's a little closer. So I'm gonna click on Reference Geometry, Plane, and then I want to offset it by 1 inch, but I don't want it to go this way, I want it to go this way. So I'm going to click Flip Offset, and then see this plane is now closer over here. So this means that the circles are going to be equidistant from this plane, on this side and on the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to click Mirror up in here. So in here, first of all, make sure that you have this plane selected over which you want it to reflect. And then you want to select a feature that you want to mirror. So this one is a little... There we go. So you have to click on the inside of the circle. Don't ask me why. But if you click on the top of this sketch, it's not going to work. It's just not going to select the feature. So just click this. And then you have some other options. You have bodies to mirror. But if you click that, it's going to select basically the entire slab, and you don't want to do that, but it is useful if you're trying to mirror the entire object rather than a specific feature, okay? So I'm gonna go back to my feature. Okay, so we've mirrored it. Now we click the green check mark, and there we go. See, it's perfectly mirrored. So let's go back into this feature just to look at it a little more. So you can create a secondary mirror face. So it's the same as the linear pattern in the last series where you can go along this line or along this line. You can also mirror along this line and along this line if you're trying to create a lot of features. Faces to mirror, this mirror is just a face, right? So it could be a plane on the back or on the front or on the side, depending on what you want. Yeah, and sometimes there are mistakes or rather errors in the SOLIDWORKS, and it's going to ask you to unclick this geometry pattern. So just pay attention to that. If you're getting errors, this might be the issue. Okay, so yeah, I hope this was useful. Thank you so much.